It's Mrs. McCoy. Welcome back to another Library at Home. And as a matter of fact, it is our last Library at Home as fourth graders. I cannot believe it. You guys have come through so much this crazy end of the school year. And here we are at the last few days. I'm super proud of you for all of the grit and determination that you have shown during this crazy situation. You guys have done an amazing job. It is super inspiring to see how well you all have handled this crazy school shutdown. So, for our last story of fourth grade, I chose this one. It is called Maya Lin, artist, architect of light and lines, designer of the Vietnam Veteran Memorial. And this is a picture book biography. It's nonfiction, a true story. It's written by Jeanne Walker Harvey and illustrated by Dow Fumaruk. Maya Lin. So Maya Lin is a real person. She's the artist and architect who designed the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C. And this is the story of how she designed it, the story behind how that memorial came to be. I thought it was perfect because we just had Memorial Day weekend last week where we honor people who passed away while serving our country in the military. So I thought it was good timing for this one. Let's read it together. You'll probably notice I'm in a different location than I normally am for my videos. I'm inside the house because my neighbors are having a super awesome time in their backyard right now, but it's pretty loud and it makes it hard to hear the story. So I moved my computer inside to read to you this time. Here's our title page. In the woods by her childhood home, Maya Lin played with her brother and explored and climbed the many rolling hills. One she named the Lizard's Back. You can kind of see the shape of a lizard that the illustrator has put into the hill. On long walks alone, she searched for birds in the forest. Maya sat still as a statue, hoping to tame rabbits, raccoons, chipmunks, and squirrels. In her house full of light and open spaces, Maya read books and played chess with her brother. And with paper and scraps, she built tiny towns. Her parents had fled China at a time when people were told what to be and how to think. Her parents never told Maya what to be or how to think. Maya grew up with art. Her father was an artist who made art with clay. Her mother was a poet who made art with words. She watched her father form a pot from a mound of clay without plans or drawings. Maya, too, thought with her hands as well as her mind. One day, while Maya looked at the patterns of light and lines on the ceiling of her college library, she imagined she would become an architect who created buildings with art, science, and math. While studying overseas, Maya wandered through countries and cities, gazing at buildings of all types, new and old, learning all she could. In her last year of college, Maya entered a contest to design a memorial to honor soldiers who died during the Vietnam War. The contest rules said that the memorial must blend in with a park setting and include the name of every soldier who died fighting or was missing. Almost 58,000 names. These rules rang true to Maya. She knew the power of names. Maya believed that a name brings back all the memories of a person, more than a photo of a moment in time. In the glow of the autumn sun, Maya walked across a field dotted with trees, the site of the future memorial. Through her camera's eye, she imagined a knife slicing open the earth. In her mind, she saw the cut in the earth healing over time to a polished edge covered from top to bottom with names, an edge that reflected sky and grass and the people who visited the memorial. Back at school, Maya sculpted a model with mashed potatoes, then with clay. She sketched a soft space of greens and blues, and before mailing her entry, she put her thoughts into an essay. She wrote that her long, polished wall would be a quiet place to remember all those who had died during the war, a place to be experienced by walking down, then up past names that seemed to go on forever. The contest received so many entries, enough to fill an airplane hangar. Lots of famous architects and artists entered. The names of the contestants were hidden from view. Out of 1,421 entries, Maya's design was chosen. Simple yet strong, creative and new. But when they found out Maya was the winner, the judges were shocked. She wasn't famous. She was a young woman still in school. Maya was as surprised as the judges. All was excitement at first. But then people objected. Some said her design looked like a bat, a boomerang, a black gash of shame. Their angry words stung Maya. For months, public hearings were held. Some people wanted to change the design. Maya was young, but she was brave. She didn't back down. Finally, her design was approved. Maya worked with a team of architects and engineers who devised plans to excavate the land behind the wall. The granite was cut, polished, and engraved with the soldiers' names. The earth was dug up. Maya watched the panels, suspended in space, set in place. The first time Maya visited the finished wall, she searched for the name of the father of a friend. When she touched the name, she cried, just as she knew others would. Thousands came that Veterans Day to see and touch and remember. Salutes, hands on hearts, honoring. And every day since then, visitors have done the same. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial was the first of Maya's many works of art and architecture. Memorials, sculptures, structures, and spaces, inside and out. Each piece is different, but they all share Maya's vision. She wants people to be a part of her art. Look, touch, read, walk around, sit by, think about. And just like when she was a child who named a hill Lizard's Back, Maya names her projects, often with words from nature. Names such as Sounding Stones, Topo, The Wave Field, 10 Degrees North, and Reading a Garden. And after naming a piece, the final step in shaping her artwork, Maya Lin, the artist architect, is ready to dream, think again, and create something new. There, in the author's note, That is a photo from 1981 of the real Maya Lin, who was a senior in college at the time, and that is her holding a design of her winning plan for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. This note talks a little bit more about what the background is from this memorial, so I'll read you a little bit of it. It says, when I was a senior in college in 1981, this is the author of the book talking, I was thrilled to learn that another college senior, the 21-year-old Maya Lin from Yale University, had won the national contest with her stunning design for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. I closely followed the news of the hearings and challenges to her simple yet powerful design. Maya explained that the monument should not be about what people thought of the Vietnam War, a controversial conflict. Instead, she wanted the piece to be honest about the lives lost in war, and she wanted it to honor the sacrifices of all who had served our country. The concept of time, reflected by the physical placement of the names on the wall and of the wall itself in the Constitution Gardens on the National Mall, was an important aspect of Maya's design. She wanted the names not to be listed alphabetically, but chronologically by the date the person had passed away. The names begin in the middle of the memorial and loop back, creating a circle of time, giving people a sense of closure. And the tips of the wall point to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument to connect the Vietnam Veterans Memorial with our nation's past. Maya views herself as an artist architect and has designed numerous installations, buildings, memorials, and sculptures. As with the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, her Civil Rights Memorial and the Women's Table reference strong historical and cultural issues. As a committed environmentalist, Maya focuses on projects that bring awareness to nature and habitat loss. She was born on October 5th, 1959, in Ohio, and grew up in a town where her parents were both professors. Her older brother is a poet. She currently lives in New York City with her husband, and they have 2 daughters. So there she is again. And there's some links to websites to learn more about her and about the memorial that she created. So I'll add those in the video description or on Google Classroom if you want to check them out. Before we end our last library lesson of the school year, I'm going to share my screen really quick so that you can see some activities that we're putting together for summer reading this summer. And I'm also going to show you again how to get to the library website, because I'm going to keep all of these stories that I've read while Carrillo's been closed. I'm going to keep them up online, so if you feel like listening to a story over the summer, you can go do that. So take a look. All right, guys, here is the Carrillo Virtual Library. This is the little pretend library that I've made for everyone to be able to access at home. And I'll put a link to it in the description of this video and on Google Classroom, so you can bookmark it, save it, so you can get back to it over the summer. Here is what it looks like right now. I'll move myself over here. Here's what it looks like. There's a cartoon Mrs. McCoy with the background of our actual library. And here on the left-hand side is whatever the current lesson is for the week. And here is what it will look like over the summer. There's this little extra page with the bookshelf, and the books on those shelves are all of the books that I've read out loud while schools have been closed over the last couple of months. So any of these books that you click on the cover, you can listen. It's a link to take you to the video of me reading that story. So if you feel like having a story read to you during the summer break, you can go to this website, click on any of the books, and listen to me read it. So that's one way to have stories read to you over the summer. Another activity that you can do during the summer, up here on the top of my website, you can see that it says SMUSD Library at Home. If you click there, it will take you to this website, which is one that myself, along with all of the other librarians from the San Marcos schools, we've created this. It's got a ton of resources like ebooks, ways to access books online if you can't go to the bookstore or go to the public library. Here are book clubs, read alouds, not just from me, but from the other librarians and teachers too. There's our research pages that you can go do research online, podcasts, extras has all kinds of virtual field trips and stuff. stuff. But we are working on some summer reading activities that are going to be available to you. There's going to be things like bingo and choice boards where you can choose different activities to do. Also, it's going to link to whatever the public library and Barnes and Noble and what they're doing for summer reading. And that's going to be listed right up here with all the different categories. It's not ready yet, so it's not posted on the website. But as soon as it is, it'll go up here. It'll be ready for you by the end of the school year. So you can keep growing your brain. You can keep learning at home. You can still have access to books that you can read online, even if we're still staying at home. So that is the SMUSD Library at Home page. And this is my own webpage of just the stories that I have read. So I hope those things help you over the summer. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of our final library lesson as fourth graders. I miss you guys so much, and I absolutely cannot wait for when we can be together again in the real library reading stories together, hopefully soon as fifth graders. All right, my friends, I will see you soon. I miss you. I'm proud of you. I love you guys, and I hope you have a fantastic summer. All right. Take care. Keep reading. Grow your brains. Bye.